What's up, guys? M. Jones back in the house again to do another in-theater review. And last night I saw the movie Spotlight. Um, Boy, I gotta tell you, this movie right here, easily probably one of the best, probably more involved, powerful movie I've seen in a long time. Um, I think this movie's probably going to be a huge candidate for a Golden Globe, Oscar, all that, for acting, for Best Picture, for Best Director, all this stuff. It was a wonderful, wonderfully written movie, a wonderfully acted movie, touching upon a very, very sensitive issue. Now, this movie is basically involving the Boston Globe and they were there was a team in the Boston Globe that were, I would say, a very tenacious group of writers called the Spotlighters, and they were like the Spotlight team. And what they did was they really investigated like real serious issues hard, and they would make sure they had all the facts for sure. Then they would just present it, and it would come out in the papers. Well, the Spotlight team was made up of like I think Michael Keaton, Rachel McAdams, Mark Ruffalo, and then I think Elise Schreiber came involved with it, and also the guy that plays in Mad Men, not John Hamm, but the other guy. I always forget his name. But they made up Spotlight, and oh, excuse me, and what they wanted to basically uncover was it was Liev Schreiber's idea to look into, to hit upon the Catholic Archdiocese with the years and years and cover-ups of child molestation within the priests and the cardinals and the pastors and all that kind of stuff. And it was like they're like, most of us are Catholic here in Boston. I don't think we can really hit upon that. And they and they basically wanted to go for it. And they also found that a lot of people that they know were maybe kind of aiding and abetting this whole thing and helping this cover up of all these kids getting molested. And Michael Keaton, he's really picked it up in my mind of acting. I would say Mark Ruffalo was probably one of the main actors in this movie, but I think Michael Keaton was basically, I think he was more of the hammer than the nail in this movie. I think Michael Keaton was one of the main characters, but he's really picked it up, I think, in acting, in his ability. He has really picked it up ever since, like Birdman and stuff. I really enjoy his acting. He was really good in this. And, and I don't want to say a lot. I mean, this movie is based on true events, so I don't want to say too much because you could probably look it up too. But I don't want to ruin it for you because I really think this movie you should go see because it was really really powerful movie. And also my buddy Jim Bob and his fiance they agreed and they even used the word powerful as well. So I'm using the word they said, but I would agree with them. So that's why I'm saying that word. Um, I think you really have to go see this. I think it's going to just completely just kill at the Golden Globes and also um, at probably the Oscars too. The acting was so good. There was a scene with Mark Ruffalo when he was so frustrated, and I'm going to say mostly frustrated with Michael Keaton's character. I'm not going to say why, but he was really frustrated, and you just felt it. Mark Ruffalo, I think, had to go to a dark place to get to the level of anxiousness and anger and sadness and disappointment. And it was a really powerful scene. I mean, I was sitting there just with my jaw like wow, he was really getting after it. So I just thought it was a great movie. It's you can't say it's like it's sad this even happened. I mean, there was like 87 like 90 some counts of molestation or like no, I'm sorry, like 87 to 90 priests that were doing this to these kids. And the sad thing was the population of the children are more of like the poor kids, the kids that excuse me, don't have like a huge family. And, the priest would kind of really manipulate them. Hey, let's go get ice cream. And, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's go for drives. Hey, let me put my hand on your leg. It's like, Jesus Christ, it's disgusting. And it really makes you frustrated with the Catholic Church. And not saying that all all priests are like that. Just like not everyone's bad, and there's always a bad apple somewhere in each population, in each culture. But it's very frustrating to watch this movie and to see what these poor kids went through, and all they had was this priest that they would look up to so much, thinking he was the closest thing to God, and they would take advantage of that by molesting them. It's so frustrating. But the movie, I really hope you all see it. I think it's probably the best movie all year, and it's gonna trump the movies I've said in my movie my 2015 best movies of the years of this year. It's gonna trump Creed. It's gonna trump all those. Bridge of Spies. It was outstanding. I'm gonna pull for it to even go Best Picture because I really think it was a very powerful movie that needed to be made and to expose these sickos that did this stuff to these poor kids. And so I hope you see it. I'm going to give the movie 5 out of 5 stars. It was outstanding, a wonderful movie. I'm going to say I don't know who's going to get an Oscar nod. I couldn't. It's either Michael Keaton or Mark Ruffalo. I really think Mark Ruffalo has a chance to be in that Oscar talk. I don't know if it's a supporting role or if it's a lead role, but I really liked Mark Ruffalo in this movie. I thought he was the best. Michael Keaton was great, but I really think Mark Ruffalo was the best in this. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna keep checking out some more movies. I think the next movie I'm gonna see is, I believe, Carol, with Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. So I think that's the next one. So if not, then you obviously see what's the next one. But you take it easy, and okay, bye.